Okay, ready? I think so. Hi everyone, my name is Joanne and I am the Eclectic Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. This channel is primarily about cross stitching. And thank you first of all to all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate you subscribing, watching my videos and commenting. It's one of the things that I really love about the FlossTube community is communicating with other individuals and other stitchers out there. Everyone has been so supportive and I'm grateful to be part of this community. Today is Saturday, November 11th, I think. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what day it is. Yes, Saturday, November 11th. It is Veterans Day. Thank you to all of you who have served in our country and provided us the freedom that we have. So yes, it is Veterans Day. And the last time I recorded was about 2 weeks ago. And I figured that for me, I think what's going to work best is if I record every 2 weeks. I'm going to really try that schedule and see how that works out. Just because I think when I wait a whole month to record, there's just so much, and I really want to keep it down to 30 minutes, the most 35 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. Oh, so I have a new light. My son bought me one of those ring light things, and I thought maybe this will work. Don't really like the glare that it's under my glasses, so I tried to keep my head down so that it doesn't glare. Unfortunately, I have to wear my glasses, otherwise I can't see you. Can't see you anyways, but I can't see me. So anyway, so let's get started. So in today's video, I do have notes because I want to make sure that I stay to a schedule and I don't miss anything. I'm going to go over some stats. I've got a little bit of happy mail. I've got a few FFOs that I'm going to show. I've got some haul. I have my Teresa Kogut Patreon charts. One of the things that I did is print them off, put them in a binder, so I'm going to kind of share that with you. Whips, plans, and then some future plans, kind of conversations that we're having in groups for 2024. I just kind of want to mention those, kind of throw them out there and see what kind of ideas we can throw out before the end of the year. Okay, so let's get started. So yesterday I didn't have to work because of Veterans Day holiday. We get the day off. I'm a state worker, so we do get that holiday off. So I was able to stay home and do a lot of planning. And one of the things that I did is I kind of organized. I have a spreadsheet where I keep a log of all my charts. Thank you to Camille. She's one of the ladies from the Crafts and Books group, and she created this great spreadsheet. And because she already had it created, I thought, hey, share that with me, and I'll add my charts on there so I can keep track of what I have kitted, what I have going on whips, so that I can keep better track of numbers. So I updated that list. And so as of yesterday, I have 36 whips. I have 37 charts that are not kitted, although some may have flaws and not fabric or vice versa, but they're not fully kitted. So they're just charts that I have in my stash. That number does not include the charts that I get from Teresa Kogut's Patreon. So the Patreon, it's something that I joined last month, so I'm going to start collecting those. But I have not added those to the list, and I think right now there's probably like 6 charts that I need to add to that list. I don't have any finishes, but I do have 5 FFOs. And so what I do with my projects when I finish them is when I started stitching a couple of years ago, what I've been doing is just kind of framing them, and then I'm taken to the office, and then I have a bookshelf in my office at work where I keep all my projects there displayed. Well, the pieces that I had displayed in my office have been there for over a year, and I thought, I finished a lot of things in the last year, so let's get some new ones in. So I brought some of those projects back that were in frames because I do have some that are FFO not in frames that I just kept those there. So I brought the ones that were in frames, and I am reframing those with new projects. And so the projects that were in my frames at work, they are going to be scrapbooked. So I'll be working on that. And I kind of started that a little bit, but I don't have anything to show right now. Hopefully in the next video, I'll be able to show you a scrapbook page or two. So I have 5 FFOs that I'm going to show you today. For that. Okay, so let's get started. Let me go ahead and get started with that. Let me do Happy Meal. So Sarah is in our Crafts and Books group, and she was showing off on Zoom a couple weeks ago a chart, a kit that she has that she got from, and I'll show it to you here. This came from the Dying to Stitch Spring 2020 retreat. So she attended that retreat, and this is one of the kits that she received. And she had mentioned how she didn't really, it's been sitting in her stash for a while. She hasn't done anything with it. So she's like, hey, if anybody wants it. So of course I raised my hand, and she mailed this to me. I think it's really cute. I don't think I have any Plum Street sampler, if I remember correctly. So this will be my first one. I don't have a fabric for it. The kit came with a linen, but I don't stitch on linen, so I told her she can keep the linen. She can do whatever she wants with it. But I thought this was really cute, so hopefully I will be able to start this soon. So thank you, Sarah. I got this last week. She sent a cute little card with it, so that was really sweet. So that was one of my Happy Meals. Another Happy Meal, okay. Cat, move. Sorry. Maybe I need to move this. I have this thing where I want to put my stuff in, but my cat wants to lay in it, so we'll move it back. Another Happy Meal I got was from Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher. If you all remember, doing 24 hours of cross stitch, she was doing a giveaway. She was doing giveaways throughout the weekend, and I won these 2 pieces. Now, I've never done a Mill Hill kit, so I am looking forward to doing that. So it's the full kit. It's called the Ghost Trilogy, and then I have Ellis and Erie. So 2 of those charts that I got. So I'm excited to start these. I've never done any Mill Hill kits. I've never done any beading projects, so I'm excited to start those. Okay, I also remember that during that weekend, I did win another chart from Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher, and this is Praiseworthy Stitches called Woodland Paradise. So it's a really cute chart. Sorry, I forgot to bring this out to you. So I want that as well. Okay. Now, haul, I only have a little bit of haul. I only have 2 hauls to show. This first one, so Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher, is going to be doing, her birthday is in December, and she's going to be doing Rosewood Manor stitching for that month. So I didn't have any, well, I do have a Rosewood Manor, but I had ordered this one because, one, it was small, and I thought, oh, I can stitch that. And I bought the called for floss, which is really cute. It's called Bethlehem, but it's, there's 2 skeins. It takes 2 skeins, but it's really variegated. It's really pretty. So I saw this on 123 Stitch, and I decided I will buy this, and this is what I plan to stitch in December. My goal is going to be to start and finish it in December. So we'll see if that works out. But that's going to be for Beth's 60th birthday, Sal, in December. And then my next haul is my stackables from Fat Quarter Shop. This last week we've received November. Very fall. Very cute. It's very nice. It's Thanksgiving. I get the kit, which comes with the chart and the floss. So there's some really cute colors there. So I got my stackables chart. Now, originally I was going to stitch these just as is, but I think now with the artist trading card, I think I'm going to start just pulling out these little motifs and then doing little things. And I'm going to show you an artist trading card that I've been working on for next year. So there's November. Okay, FFOs. So hopefully so these two pieces are not complete. I have to get some twine or something my goal is I want to put some twine and some decoration around this to cover that. This is like a piece of chalkboard type thing, blackboard easel thing. I think I got this like at the Dollar Tree. Same thing with this. This is like it's another wood chalkboard type thing. And so I stuck these on there, and I want to get thought I had some twine around here, but I didn't find any. So I'm going to go to the store and get something and then just kind of finish that off. But that's my idea. These were 2 stitches that I finished earlier this year. This came from Happiness Homemade Happiness Homemade Cookbook. And this was an exclusive design that we got from, I don't know, that's kind of washing off. This is done on a 28 count Lugana. It's kind of purplish. I don't know if you can tell, the light's kind of washing it out. But this is called Be Wild. And this was an exclusive from Garon Stitchery from May. So those are 2 small ones that I have. This next one is a JBW design. This is called French Country Butterfly, I think it is. And I stitched this on a printed fabric that I got from Michaels. I think it's a 14 or 16 count. I don't know if you can tell. It's got it's printed. It's motto. It's got like some pinkish and blue and white. But I stitched that butterfly. The chart comes with the word butterfly underneath. I don't stitch the words. I just stitch the butterfly. And then this is one of those frames that I just had on one of the other pieces from work. And I just stuck it in there, and it will have a stand, so I just stand it up. I didn't put any embellishments or anything. I'm simple. I'm good with simplicity when it comes to stuff like that. I don't do a whole lot of finishing, so I'm still new to that. I'm not really creative, so we'll see. This next one is called Remember. And this came from I didn't bring my information. I want to say this came from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. And I had stitched this for one of the challenges. And I'm sorry I did not bring my information. But this is just on a 16 count Ada. And I believe it's lamb's wool. And it's Remember. And this last FFO, this is a little heavy. I bought this frame from Goodwill. This thing is heavy as can be. This is Friendship. So Friendship I stitched for, I believe I did that for one of the Sherry at Colorado Cross Stitcher. She does summer camp, and I believe that I used one of these, the word Friendship. I think this is what I used it for. But I got this from Happiness Cookbook, which came from one of I think it was Nashville Needlework Market. So, it's a small piece, was something that I needed to finish right away, and there it is. It's been sitting in my stash. It's just on a white Ada, nothing special. And then I just put it in this rustic looking frame. So those are my FFOs. I'll take those to work on Monday, and my office will have new stuff for people to look at. So this last 2 weeks, I really have not been too busy. I haven't done a lot of stitching. If you look at my calendar, really not a whole lot. I even have some on here that's got some like sad faces because I didn't do any stitching this weekend. So last weekend, crazy me, you know, I'm too old for babies, but I decided to bring my grandbabies home. So I have a 1-year-old granddaughter. Her name is Maylani. We call her Lonnie. And then I have a almost 2-month-old grandson, and he is the third. His name is Eli. And so I had not seen him in a while, and I thought, you know what? I want to have those babies. I want to spend some time with them. So I picked them up Friday after work, and I kept them till Sunday until about 8 o'clock. What was I thinking? Um, they are the cutest kids ever. They are so cute. They don't cry. They're not fussy. They're just so much fun to play with. Well, Lonnie is very much fun to play with. She just started learning to walk about a month ago, and just kind of keeping her busy, doing finger painting, coloring, just playing with her. Just so much fun to play with. And so my weekend was pretty much booked up, you know. Thank goodness my daughter was home that weekend. Usually she goes to her aunt's house for the weekend, but that weekend I told her, no, you stay home with me and you'll help me. My daughter's 16, so she's very capable of helping. And then my sister, I went to my parents' house. One of my sisters lives with my parents, so I went to the house and hung out with her and the kids and my daughter Saturday and Sunday. And so that was the only way I can get through the weekend with those two kids. But it was fun, you know. But I did not get any stitching done. I think I may have gotten maybe 15 minutes in between naps or whatnot. But it was so much fun. I'll do it again. I don't know when. I told my daughter-in-law, I said, I may can do this once a month. Maybe Saturday to Sunday, but I don't know why I chose to do 3 days, because I missed them. I wanted to be with them. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep that weekend, but that's okay. It was definitely worth the time. But I don't miss being a mother of babies. My youngest, she's 16. So yeah, I, you parents out there, young parents that have small kids, man, I don't know how you do it. I don't even remember how I did it by myself with 3 kids. But it was fun. So not a whole lot of stitching. We'll get into that here in just a second. So this is my Teresa Kogut book, and it's nice because she provides this cover. And so the only thing that what I did was, I created this. Didn't come with a thing. I created just that little cover for October. So I joined in the middle of October. And the only thing I did is I printed off the cover for the charts. I'm keeping those. They're all PDFs, so I'm keeping them in a folder. But this was the chart from October. Real pretty. So I'm in tier 4, and in tier 4 you get, I think it's like 2 small and 2 big one. You can tell here, like this one's here for tier 3 and 4. So usually tier 2, 3, and 4 will get one. Then 3 and 4 will get another. And tier 4 will get a separate chart. So that's another one that she provides. And then she provides these coloring pages. So Teresa Kogut likes to do punch needle. I don't know how to do punch needle. I want to learn, but I don't know when. But I printed off the pages because if anything, it's like Beth the Steadfast Stitcher who kind of talked me into, well, she didn't talk me into doing it, but she was talking about it. And I thought, ooh, I want to do that. And she said, if anything, they're coloring pages. But I went ahead and printed it off. So that was for October. And then I've got a cover sheet that I did for November. And these were the Novembers were more Christmassy things. So this is for tier 2, 3, and 4. Tier 3 and 4 got the housetop Santa. And then tier 4 got St. Claus. Oops. Real pretty. I am not a Christmas stitcher, but I like Teresa Kogut stuff, and so I will probably stitch those eventually. That's cute. If I learn to do punch needle, I'll definitely try these. So she gives you a month to download. You have to download these before the month ends. Otherwise, and then I've got my December cover ready. So you have to download the charts before the month ends, because the next month, when the first of the next month comes up, she will delete them from the Patreon. So what I've been doing them is downloading them, and I'm putting it in a folder titled Teresa Patreon. So let's talk about whips. I've talked about the artist trading cards that I learned about from Laura the Stitching by the Shore. Sorry, Laura. Yes, Laura by Stitching by the Shore. So this last month I started with this trading card. What I'm doing is I'm taking this motif. I took this motif out of here and I'm stitching it. I'm almost done with that one. I just have to stitch the stems there and it will be done, and I can make it into a card. When I first purchased this chart back in 2022, I started stitching it as a whole, and I had gotten this and this done, and I just decided I'm not going to do the whole chart. So I'm going to take these little pieces, some of these, and make cards out of them, along with other charts that I have. So there's that one, and this is just on a 16 count lamb's wool Ada by Witchell, and I'm just stitching this with DMC floss. And so once I get that done, I'll show it I should have that done and finished and carded by the next video. This next whip, I worked on this last night actually. It was in one of my monthly challenges. This is Autumn Beauties. Let me move it back. By Fat Quarter Shop, and I started this back in 2021. This was actually a mystery sal. It was a 5-part sal release. As you can see, I'm still working on it. Yesterday I worked on that wheelbarrow, and surprisingly I was able to get 256 stitches in that barrel last night. My goal for this chart this month in the monthly challenge was 150 stitches. So I put in there another 106 stitches on top of that. So that was great. I worked on this during the Crafts and Book Zoom last night, so I was able to get those stitches in. And this is just on a 14 count Ada by Lori Holt, color oatmeal. So there's that. This next chart is the chart that I work on, or whip. I don't know why I call it chart, whip. It's a whip that I work on for Witchy Wednesday. Although Halloween is over, I am still stitching on Wednesdays with Crafts and Books. And so until at least the end of this month or next month, I'm going to continue to work on this for Witchy Wednesday. And then if they decide to make other themes next year, then we'll have different things. But I like to get these done. But I only work on this one, and then I have another one that I'll show you on Wednesdays. And this is Trick or Treat by Annabella. This came from her All Things Halloween booklet. And I'm just stitching this on an 18 count Ada color white with DMC floss. And so since you last saw it, I think I just worked on this and some letters down here. I kind of just jump around. Okay. This next one is part of Crafts and Books. Beth started acrostic this month. And so I am using this, her acrostic is Thankful. So I am using this for the letter A, which is Summertime by Annabella's. And the goal is to stitch 200 stitches. So I stitched the sun, which if I remember correctly, it was 238 stitches. So I definitely met my goal there. So there's that one. And that one's on a 28 count Lugana color white. And I am using called for DMC. This next whip is a Stitcher's Wish by Stitchy Pros. And that's where I am. I've already got all the way to the from corner to corner. So I am stitching this on a 28 count Lugana color sand. It's just a Lugana by Charles Craft. And I'm using the call for colors, which is DMC, Gas, and Weeks Dye Works. And I started this. This is a sow that I'm doing with my friend Shelly from the Garon group. And she was my table mate for Stitching in the Wild in 2023. And so we decided to stitch on this together. We started this in August, and the goal is to have it finished by the next retreat, which is going to be September of 2024. So I'll be able to see her, and hopefully we'll have this to show off. So there's that. This next one is my other Halloween Witchy Wednesday chart. This last week I worked on the spider. I got that spider done. So not a whole lot of progress, but some. This is a Crochet a Go-Go piece. It's free. It's a freebie on our website. I'm guessing it's called Happy Halloween. It's got this weird name of Il Capello della Strega. Yeah, I don't speak that. So, but I'm stitching this on a 32 count Lugana by Fabrics by Stephanie. And it's a 32 count Spellbound is the color. And I'm just using DMC colors. And so this is my other Witchy Wednesday chart. And so one week I'll stitch on one and the other week I'll stitch on the other. But it's really cute chart. I love that hat. That hat's really cute. And my last whip. This I have not stitched in a long time. This was the Make-A-Wish Foundation 2023 Sal by Fat Quarter Shop. This was started back in March, I think it was. Well, I started it in March. But this was a chart by Make-A-Wish. So the chart was free, but they recommended, that you donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which I did. I think the cost was either $15 or $20. So you donate and you can stitch along. But as you can see, I'm behind. But I did finish this lock since the last time that I worked on it. I do have the border all the way around, except that it's half stitch. So as I go and stitch on it, I'll complete the stitch and then I'll add the border, that border piece. But it's one of those things where I just do a little bit at a time. So that's it. Those were all my whips that I've worked on since my last video. Yeah, just a few stuff. I really like it. Look, we're at 29 minutes, so this is great. I'm going to talk about plants real quick, and then that will be all. So Thanksgiving stitching, Crafts and Books is going to have the Stitchy Room open Thanksgiving day. So it's one of those that you can pop in and out. Right now, I don't know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving yet. Life has changed this last couple months. Normally, I go out of town for the weekend by myself. This time it may not happen. So I don't know. I may just go have Thanksgiving with the family. But I will pop in to the Zoom room as much as I can. They're also going to have Black Friday stitching, and then the Zoom room will be open Saturday, and then it'll be open again on Sunday for Stitch is So Beautiful, I think. I don't remember. So that whole weekend, so for 4 days, I'll be able to Zoom and stitch with the ladies. Great group of ladies. Love being there. I look forward to stitching with them when the room is open. Actually, the room is open right now. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to pop in the Zoom room and do some stitching and get to work in. I'm going to continue to work on my monthly magazine challenge acrostics. I've got the 24 Hawks acrostics. I haven't done a whole lot of stitching for those, so I don't know that I'll get it done. Now, I did take off work for Thanksgiving. Yay! So I had the whole week of Thanksgiving, and I hope to use that week to catch up on my stitching. I don't plan on really doing anything. I'm not going on vacation. I took time off of work just so I can stay home and catch up to my whips and get all my plans ready for the new year. Crafts and Books acrostics is sample. Like I said, I've got the letter A done, so I still have several to go. And then Jingle Ball, that's December 1st through the 3rd. If you have not purchased your ticket, you need to purchase your ticket. It's just $10 to get in the ball, get into the Zoom rooms, go shopping, and just meet new friends. And that's pretty much as far as plans. I mean, Jingle Ball is kind of still several weeks away, but I do want to mention it that if you have not signed up, go get your ticket. $10, y'all. $10. 10. That's it. And it's on online retreat. Okay. And then as far as plans conversations, so there's been a lot of talk about next year, year whips. I was part of the year whips this year. I didn't do very good. I'm not doing very good with that. I don't know if I'm going to do it next year. We'll just have to wait and see. There's been talk about 24 new starts in 24. I'm all about starting anything. So it's just, these are plans that I'm thinking about that maybe I want to do. WhipGo, I am thinking about joining in on WhipGo next year. I am thinking about joining in Whip Warrior, which, by the way, they open up the Facebook group on November 18th, I believe. So if you want to join Whip Warrior, make sure your calendars are marked. November 18th, I believe, is the date that they're going to open that up. There's been also conversations about in January, there's a blessing stitching that you do. I don't have a lot of details on that. When I do, I will share that. I think it's just basically starting and finishing a whip or a chart, a project in the month of January, and it's supposed to give you blessings for the rest of the year. So I just thought that was a cute gesture. I mean, I don't know that I'll be able to so much participate in that because I do participate in Baringo, which is hosted by Robin and Seasook Stitch from the monthly magazine challenge group. So I am big on the Baringo, but we'll see. Like I said, these are just thoughts that are going through my mind. And then one of the things that was brought up in a Zoom meeting with the magazine group was the leap year start. So next year is leap year. And apparently this has been done in the past. This is the first time hearing. But on leap year, you start a chart, and the goal is to finish it next leap year. So you'll have 4 years to finish this project. And I know there's been conversation about maybe picking like a modern folk embroidery piece, but really pick anything. And I'm thinking if I get a big enough chart that I know that I can stitch like a piece a month and just stretch it out for 4 years, may be doable. So those are some of the things that are in conversation. We've talked about it in the Zoom groups. We just, I see them posted. So if you have any information or you know of any other challenges out there that I didn't mention, let me know. Share them with me. I try not to overwhelm myself with all these challenges, but it's fun. Like right now, I'm working on 3 challenges. And it's fun. I mean, I double dip. I put the, whips in the same challenges. Some work, some don't. So it's just fun. It's just fun to keep up with a group and show your progress. It helps me put more stitches in these whips that I have and get them down. 36 is not a whole lot compared to what a lot of people have out there, but it is a lot. I do want to see myself finish more whips. So that's it. I hope you have a great day. Have a great weekend. Whether you're watching me in the morning, at night, stitch what you love. I know everybody says that, but that's my thing. I am the eclectic stitcher. I stitch on everything. I stitch on whatever. I am not someone that kind of sticks to, samplers or seasonals or no. I stitch whenever, whatever. Whatever is out there, just do it. Stitch it. Um, Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you again. Thank you again to all those who served in our country. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully, I will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.